what in the ever-loving heck is going on?
What's the matter? Like, you got a problem? What is it?
Oh, we fight on camera. You're not supposed to fight with your spouse on camera.
John, do you feel like you're misunderstood?
I am an acquired taste, Jason. We're flawed human beings doing
Really flawed. They didn't allow our type on the front floor, like on the top level.
And we're gonna expose exactly who they really are.
Boom. This is a small, quiet town in the northeast corner of Alabama, and they have just been gifted with its newest residents.
And I was furious. I must have been purple and red. I stood up with these fire in my eyes.
Well, you believe in keeping your head down right now because...
Well, this is our livelihood, and you're basically saying, like, you're shooting holes in the boat.
No, I'm not shooting holes in the boat.
You're totally shooting holes and playing with dynamite in the boat.
They're not being told all the truth. It makes me so mad.
Right.
No, it's really not.
Lies!
It's all
lies!
lies. Okay.
Well, you might be asking yourself, how in the world is this little town of Ider, Alabama gonna handle
The RV Odd Couple.
what? These huge personalities in one teeny little town?
That's right, guys. We went to Thunder Canyon in Little Ider, Alabama to meet John and Mercedes from the RV Odd Couple for the first time ever, and we had no idea what to expect.
Nope. I mean, we watch these people on YouTube, you watch these people on YouTube, and then you kind of feel like, oh yeah, I know who they are.
Right?
And you feel like you get a sense, but do you really know who they are?
I don't be thinking so. So, you think you know the RV Odd Couple? Well, we went there and spent some time with them, and we're gonna expose exactly who they really are.
Where are we, Jason?
We're in Thunder Canyon, Camp Gratitude.
In Alabama. Bama. We're just really excited to be here at Thunder Canyon. And if you don't know, John and Mercedes from the RV Odd Couple, they purchased a campground, and that is where we are right now. All right, so here come Jason and Dylan rolling into Thunder Canyon.
Yeah, a little not so perfect style.
Not knowing what to expect, and let me tell you, we were thrown right into their world immediately.
Backhoes,
Tractors,
bulldozers,
painting,
plumbing,
drywall.
full-on construction zone.
I mean, they've got so much going on because this campground hasn't been open for like 10 years or something,
Yeah,
right?
long time.
They have a lot to get ready to bring it up to where they want it to.
Right, and so this was something that we immediately walked into. Here at Thunder Canyon, there never seems to be a day of rest, and it looks like today is no different. John and Mercedes are bringing in truckloads of all this ground up asphalt to give themselves new roads. They got skidsters, tractors, front end loaders, the whole 9 yards, and there's a fresh load about to get dumped right now.
It ain't getting dumped. We got a little bit of a hiccup. Our poor contractor got stuck. He drove that like ridiculously 40-ton, however much, big truck off of the road, and it just sunk into the grass. But see, he can't just dump the load because it's so off-center that it won't let him dump.
So a part of the improvisation that's taking place right now is you gotta get this huge, heavy pile out of the back of this truck bed, and there's 40 ton, and we're gonna try to just move this to the back end so we can get the skid steer in so that we can get all the dirt out of the back of this dump. Otherwise, this truck is never gonna get out of here. Wait, John, you think we'll cut her loose? I don't know, we're gonna see. Okay, so this is a moment where there's tons of machinery. It's a construction zone, there's heavy equipment, and 40 tons of a dump truck is sunk in your property.
Literally where the rubber meets the road. This is that moment, guys.
Yeah.
This is the moment where like any one of us could have been like, what in the ever-loving heck is going on?
What the crap?
How did you get stuck? Like,
What are you, some kind of idiot?
what are we gonna do now?
So let me ask you what you think John would have done in this particular instance, right? Some of us with his personality might think the dude his head is gonna launch into the stratosphere.
He's pulling his hair out right now, right?
Yeah, but
Instead of any of those things, it was really quite incredible to see. Dude, he just comes with 2 shovels and like just jumps right in. He's like, I don't know, man. We got to get to work. Let's get this guy out. Like, come on, let's pitch in.
yeah, so he just basically rolled up his sleeves, went to work, and this is what happened next. So John is really good with a skid steer, guys. He is literally sticking that bucket in the dump truck just to get some of that weight out of the back of the dump. And dude, total hat tip to John. The guy's a gangster on that thing. What's going on, buddy?
What's that?
What are you guys
Gonna
gonna
let
do?
us dump down and start coming back. Give me a blinker, give me a signal, and I'll start pulling forward. We'll see if it comes out.
All right, sounds good. Here's
We'll see.
This will be the sign I give you.
Got
it?
I got it.
John, do you feel a little bit like Mel Gibson right now, just screaming freedom? So, having a YouTube channel, we kind of can understand what it's like to feel like the scrutiny come on because of somebody who could look at a video and say, geez, you could have responded this way. You should have responded this way.
Right. What the hell are you doing? You know, I mean, seriously.
Wow, we're going there. Lover, it's a family show.
Well, people do. They're like, what are you thinking? And it's easy to be a backseat driver when you're like watching it on YouTube. And when you live your life out loud, it does. It opens you up for people to scrutinize your every move and make a judgment call
For sure.
on who they think you are.
Yeah, and it's really easy to be misunderstood really, really quick.
When you live your life on YouTube the way that we do, as you were calling it, living out loud, being authentic,
Yeah.
you know, no editing the bad stuff out, but showing the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the embarrassing, there's a certain amount of blowback that you get from the public. People either seem to really like the way you are or they don't, and that's the type of emotion that I invoke out of people.
Yeah.
Hey, so I have a question for you, John. Do you think that maybe your kind heart, your servant attitude is overlooked because of the way you communicate? And let me put this into an example. John, do you feel like you're misunderstood? or John, do you feel like you're misunderstood?
I actually do think I'm misunderstood, and I grew up in the Northeast, right? I was born in Boston, and people from where I come from, they tell it how it is.
Yeah.
You never have to guess what I'm thinking. My problem, and I know this is my problem, is my delivery.
Yeah.
I don't have a filter when I open my mouth, so it just comes out, and it drives my wife absolutely
In Colorado,
insane.
we don't do that. Okay,
Right.
we don't do that in Colorado. We're like, you know, more bless your heart types.
Right.
Whereas like John's more like, what's the matter? Like, you got a problem? What is it?
See, what it is I am an acquired taste, Jason. You know, I seem rough on the edges, especially people that first meet me, but it's only because you never have to guess what I'm thinking. I don't have a filter built in. I just say what I'm thinking, and that can get me into trouble sometimes. But when people start to get to know me, they realize that my life is all about serving God and his other kids, and that's what I do. So it's not so much watch what I say, but watch how I live my life. And I think that's one thing that people notice when they come and stay with us.
Yeah.
They see me just trying to help
Yeah.
everybody I possibly can. We could do a video on Mother Teresa or a beautiful baby being born,
a kitten.
and we get thousands of thumbs
Mother
down.
Teresa with a newborn baby and a kitten, and we're gonna get the thumbs down, and they're gonna call us horrible names.
I mean, straight up, like, look, this interview was genuine. Their responses and everything that you're seeing was like right here, living out loud,
Oh, yeah.
just as they do and just as we do. The good, bad, and the ugly, guys.
Yeah, and it's really simple to scrutinize, especially a couple that is so outwardly open about how they feel
Right.
about things, their opinions, and you know, John does have a delivery that's kind of right in your face, you know, it's like, and honestly, even with the guy, even as I'm talking like about chicken or dinner or a burger, he's like, oh,
Passionate.
he's like,
got passion that fills a room.
you ask him about his favorite restaurant in Ider, Alabama, and his head will get just as purple as if the dog that just peed on his steps on a ring. He's like, you want the best pizza in all of Ider, Alabama? And
Let me show you where we're gonna go.
exactly.
You know?
And so it's really simple to scrutinize that and say, dude, this guy's off the charts.
And honestly, miss the heartbeat of a person because of what you see. We didn't want to miss the heartbeat.
Right.
We jumped right in and we asked them, look, who are you guys?
Yeah, where in the world did you even come from?
Tell me what in the world caused you guys to leave your careers and do RV life?
It's kind of a long story.
We'll make it short.
'Cause
Mercedes had filed for divorce.
Yeah.
We were living what we wanted to be our dream life down in Florida.
Yeah.
Had the beautiful house on
Everything
the
looked
water,
good.
boat lift in the backyard, dolphins swimming in the backyard. The
Pool.
outside looked great.
Yeah.
The inside, we were falling apart.
Yeah, we lived in separate stories. I mean, I had Easter decorations outside the house. It looked like we were really put together, the most put together on the block.
But we were falling apart.
When there's nothing left to lose, you can be brutally honest with one another.
And that's a great way to put it. We got to a point in our marriage where there was nothing left to lose for either one of us, and something had to change.
Yeah.
And I had this idea that if we just wiped the slate clean and started a brand new life, starting on step one together, that things would change. I had somewhat of a spiritual experience and awakening, and I knew I was about to lose everything that was good to me. And so at that point, I went to Mercedes and I asked her if she would forgive me or try to and give me a second shot, see if we could save our marriage and our family.
Why RV life though?
Well, they made it look so good. We had all these YouTube channels. We had never even knew people had done this lifestyle. And these YouTube channels made it look so much like the grass is so greener. They made it all rainbows and butterflies. And we drank the Kool-Aid, right? And we're like, whoa, this could be amazing. And the grass is,
Yes.
you know,
Always
always
greener.
greener on the other
Always
side,
greener.
set in. I think that's what makes our YouTube channel so different than everybody else's.
Yeah.
We don't edit out the bad stuff.
Yeah.
We show it the real.
We look bad.
We're not afraid to look bad and be embarrassed. To you know, in the hopes that by showing people what it's really like out here, that we can help others, you know, prepare for the experience.
Make informed decisions
Yes.
with the real info.
Right. Well, sometimes reality isn't always pretty. And I mean, you guys are opening up your life and living out loud for others to see. You do put yourself in a vulnerable position.
Oh, we fight on camera. You're not supposed to fight with your spouse on camera.
Yeah, but who hasn't had a fight with your spouse? I mean,
that's-
honestly.
That's the
you
point,
know?
is everybody fights. It's just we're not afraid to show it.
Right.
So I think the perspective we bring is the reality of it.
Yeah.
And some people love it and some people hate it.
You either love us or hate
But
us.
it's the same thing in life, right? I mean, not everybody's gonna like you.
Yeah, and
Right.
that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
we're not
That's
trying to
okay.
be everyone's cup of tea.
Yep.
Right. So, John and Mercedes have positioned themselves over the years as one of the most polarizing and provocative couples in the RV industry. And so while this perception is true and one that they openly accept, there is a different side that we were not only able to witness, but we were able to experience and touch firsthand. And that is this: they both have a gentle side to them, believe it or not, and a servant's heart. I mean, when we first showed up, they gave us the best spot in the entire campground at Thunder Canyon. But the site, well, it wasn't quite ready. So here comes John, getting it ready for us.
The moment we rolled into Thunder Canyon, it was really abundantly clear that John had a servant's heart, Mercedes had a servant's heart. Not only did they give us the best site, but it wasn't quite prepped. And John just jumped in, leveled it out, prepped it out. And that's really the heartbeat that we got to feel immediately from these people.
Right.
One of the things that's tricky about being in the position we are is people think we're something that we're not, whether we're more or less, right? And the truth is Mercedes and I both want to walk shoulder to shoulder with our community. We're no higher or lower than anyone else.
Lover, I gotta tell you, I love John's speed. He is like full send. He comes in, he's like, oh, there's painting to be done? Where's the doggone rollers? I need a roller, doggone it. What's happening here? Look at this guy. He's like a maniac, man. He's like, I need 2 rollers. Double fist this mug. Let's get it going.
We're flawed human beings.
Flawed.
Doing the best we can.
Extra flawed.
To live, the way that God would have us live. How would God have you be, say, and do? And living up to that daily can be extremely stressful.
We may have met at church, but let's make no mistake, it was at a church basement at a recovery meeting because they didn't allow our type on the front floor, like on the top level. So we're not the people that are holier than thou and act perfect all the time. And if that's what you're looking for, keep looking, because that ain't
Go
real.
to another channel, yeah. What you see is what you get with us. And it's one of the things that everybody has said when they meet us in person.
You're just like you are.
Just like you are on the video, because we are.
Yeah.
Even right now, with you holding that camera, Jason, we're not used to having somebody put the eyeball on us and
feels
talk.
a little weird.
We set it up on our terms, and we just start talking to each other. We do very little editing with our videos, but they turn out the way that they turn out.
I just edit out all the dumb stuff I say. But I keep all the dumb stuff he says in the videos. No, I'm kidding. It's a weird dynamic because when you first start recording yourself, it feels like no one's in the room but 100 people are watching you. But now that we have our people and we have our relationships, I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Ariana. I'm talking to Tom. I'm talking to so many names right here. Ken. I'm talking to
Donnie.
Yeah, exactly. So I know who I'm talking to right now. Yeah. And I'm talking to Hater 72, but really I know who I'm talking to, so
It was really inspiring to see the community firsthand that the RV Odd couple has built over the years.
Yeah. They call it the RV Odd Squad. Boom. We even got to meet some of the squad and work side by side with them. Camp, have campfires, cook, clean, and even break bread with them.
So guys, can we just seriously give a shout for John and Mercedes and Thunder Canyon for what they're doing here? Like, let's just give them a round of applause, right? These guys bust their chops all day and night, basically trying to get this camp up, ready, and running for you to come and enjoy it. And you need to go over to their channel, check out how to become a part of what they're doing at Thunder Canyon. They'll give you all the details. I'm not gonna screw all that up because they'll probably kill me if I do. So you go talk to those two and they'll take care of you, man. You wanna be a part of what's happening here at Thunder Canyon. But before we get back to work, we're gonna enjoy some pizza thanks to these two. Yeah, so not only did we like break bread with them, but dude, we broke a sweat with them.
Woo! We did.
Yeah.
All of them throwing hairs up and starting to paint brushes and everything.
And we got to experience the richness of the community that they are building.
So I'm gonna ask you a bit of more of a personal question. What value do you feel like you bring to the RV Odd Squad, to people watching, to the RV Odd couple? Like as Mercedes, a wife, a mom, you're YouTuber, you're, planner, admin, I mean, like as Mercedes, what do you think your greatest value is?
Well, someone has to be the voice of reason. So I think my professional, if I had to give myself a title, it would be like professional John organizer. You know, like all I do is organize him.
His thoughts.
Sometimes I think that I help couch his message in such a way that people will hear what he's saying, because it's sometimes people will draw assumptions on him.
Yeah.
And I think also we fill in the blanks really well together. So sometimes I speak so gently that I don't communicate really tough unless I'm really mad.
Yeah.
Whereas he communicates kind of abrasive, and I can smooth out the lines. In all seriousness, I think that I tend to be more academic, so I can take information and make it more bite-sized and make sure it's in order. So first you do this, then you do this.
Gotcha.
And together, he's so idea, inspiration, like, so together it's kind of good because you got a little bit of order, but you got that passion, that raw passion.
Right. Yeah. Raw passion. That's a good.
That's him.
That's a
raw
good
passion.
word for him.
Yeah.
Raw passion.
I consider myself the most blessed man on the planet, and I never, ever could have imagined in a million years when I made a decision to sell everything in full-time RV. I had no idea how the way it was going to unfold. And my hope is that Thunder Canyon can be a place where family and friends can come together with the same values and share a meal together, share a fire together, help one another, you know, in this journey that we call life. The natural beauty here is second to none. I still have to pinch myself that that I am kind of the steward of this thing, but I'm pretty open-minded to where it goes. My hope is that it's just a place where people can come and relax, have fun, and with family and friends. I see Thunder Canyon being a place where families and friends can meet up, enjoy Mother Nature in each other's company, share a meal together, share fellowship together. A place where people can come and get closer to their creator. And I'm hoping that that's the way it's going to be. You know, you never know how these things are going to turn out. I never imagined in a million years that when we set out RVing that I would be owning an RV park 3 years into it.
So what do you think, as the RV odd couple, what do you think is the greatest value that you guys bring to the YouTube world or to your audience, to the viewers?
The fact that we're willing to tell the truth even when we know it's going to cost us money. You don't get that a lot in this day and age. You only get the videos that are safe, and we're gonna tell you the truth whether you like it, whether you don't, whether we messed up. We've had to apologize before, and we're willing to do that. But I think the value has changed. So like initially it was just really to warn people about how to make sure they don't get into trouble when buying an RV, but now we're really more a life channel, because literally and figuratively RVing is the vehicle to the adventure. It's not the RV in and of itself.
Right.
And so the adventure just kind of got a little bit bigger.
What we saw and what we experienced is more than we could have ever imagined by just watching this couple through YouTube. You see, John said that trying to capture this place on camera just doesn't do it justice. And you know what? He was right. What's here at Thunder Canyon is destined to be more than just a campsite. It is a place that is to be experienced. A place where you can reach into the past and really touch nostalgia. A place where community is fostered, where friendships are birthed, where community in every sense of the word is met with a smile and a handshake. And you shouldn't just take our word for it, but you should take it from the couple that carries the vision themselves.
Our goal is to walk shoulder to shoulder with the RV Odd Squad, not higher or lower, as a community, and hopefully change the world. Now, Mercedes, she goes nuts when I talk like that, but I do want to make a difference. At 56 years old, it's my perspective is completely different than it used to be. Now it's about legacy. It's about leaving something behind that my family, that my children can be proud of. And we're trusting that Thunder Canyon is going to be a legacy, so that many years from now, when this is all gone and people only talk about those two crazy people on YouTube, you know, that started this thing And hopefully it'll become a place where people go and get close to God and have community and break bread with each other and can relax and enjoy nature.
Yeah, and just have fun and not take life so seriously. Like, stuff is so stressful right now, and we don't need that. We need to just chillax outside, look at a fire, eat some good food, and laugh, because life is too short.
John! Dude, the Dozer's here!
The Dozer is finally here, guys.